What's going on, everyone? I hope you are ready to learn some English. I hope you are ready to learn a little bit about American birthday parties. I know I'm ready to teach. Hopefully, you are ready to learn. Before we get started, I would like to say hello to a couple people. Hopefully, the audio is sounding okay. But Zarkani just became a channel member. I do have a little something for you.
New member. Make sure you check the members tab for the Discord, the members chat, and the bonus videos.
Yeah, Zarkani, I saw that you became a gold member. So make sure you check that gold members tab, and there you will find a link to our new Slack server. We used to do Volley. Volley went away, or it's going away tomorrow. So there are some bonus little questions on there. We chat. It's a little smaller group. So check us out. Hopefully you will meet us there. Freddie Wolf, what is going on? Audie the Tie is here. Tanya is here. So many people. Hanno, hopefully you're doing well. I don't know if I can say hello to everybody. Gabriel, hope you're doing well. Thomas, Lino, I know most people are here, ready to learn some English. Filippo, benvenuto. That man lives in Italia. He drives a forklift. I know Isaac. How are you doing? All right, let's do it, Shad. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Afghanistan is in the house. Nice. Kabul, maybe. Kabul. Brazil is in the house. Fernando, I have been doing a lot of research on Brazil because I think in 2024 I will be doing some English lessons from Rio. Clara, hope you're doing well. Today, we are going to be talking about birthday parties. Yeah, and so in today's English lesson, you will be able to improve your English, but I think you will also learn a little bit about American culture because we might do some things here in the United States that you don't do in your country. So let's talk about this. Vietnam's in the house. Welcome. All right. The first one, candles. And for almost every new word or phrasal verb or idiom, I will have a couple sentences for you. I think it is helpful if you can see the words on the screen and hear a native English speaker say those words. Hopefully, I will do it correctly. Mahmoud, how are you? I see you there. He's from Mauritania. So let's take a look at the first sentence here. I will read it slowly. Hopefully, that will help you improve your English listening comprehension. And maybe if you want to try speaking, you can say the words after I do. Let's do this first one here. Almost every birthday party in the United States has a cake. And on that cake, there are candles. So, just in case you didn't know what candles were, there is a picture for you. The word is written there. If you are listening on the podcast, I am so sorry. You cannot see those pictures, but your English listening comprehension will improve. Now, in the United States, we do this with candles most of the time. The number of candles on a cake is the same number of years a person has been alive. For example, I am 47 years old. Later this year, I will be turning 48. Now, 48 is a pretty big number, and I'm not so sure that probably Jamie, my wife, will buy a cake for me. She might make a cake for me, but I don't think she will put on 48 candles. I don't know. But for example, if a person is 50 years old, they will have 50 candles on their cake. But I don't know if you know much about Americans, but we can be lazy. So maybe after the age of 20, people will just put a few candles on the cake and call it good. Sometimes people get lazy. If a person is old, they will just put a few candles on the cake. And when Americans say a few, that probably means more than two, but maybe like less than 10. There's no exact number for a few. A couple, that's always two. A couple. I even use a couple for a few, though. Hey, do you want to put a couple candles on the cake? Maybe 3, 4. Call it good. Whatever. Now, let's talk about those candles. How are you going to light those candles? I think I have a couple new words maybe for you. Here's a phrase. When a cake is made or a cake is bought from a store, you put those candles on the cake and then you are going to light those candles. That's the verb we use. Hey, who is going to light the candles on the cake? Oh, I can do that. And you can see in the picture, that person is lighting those candles on the cake. Now, how are you going to light the candles? I think we have two ways. You might use a lighter. See that picture? That is a lighter. I think one of those lighters is made by the company Bic. Be careful. I've tried to light many candles on a cake and I've burnt my fingers on a lighter. I don't like using lighters as much as I like using matches. So you have a couple different options to light those candles. You might use a lighter or you might use matches. Here's a sentence for you. You can use a lighter or a match to light the candles. Birthdays. Talking about birthdays today. If you do have any questions you would like to ask, there is a link to a Google form where you can ask those questions. There are about 108 people watching right now, so the chat does get a little bit too busy for me to answer everybody's question. But if you would like your question answered, check the description, go to the Google form, and I will check that periodically. Big, fancy English word. I will check it periodically. That's another way to say every now and then. All right, so I'm going to check. See, do we have any we have no questions. That's probably because I just mentioned that Google form. So, please put your questions down in the Google form and I will do my best to answer them before the end of the stream. I would like to say hello to Amina. Amina is in the house. Welcome. Freddie, you can put the candles on the cake with just the number 4 and 8, so they will be easier to blow out. Freddie, little correction. We are going to talk about that phrasal verb in just a minute. So if you blew the candles off the cake, that means you blew so hard that the numbers like fell off the cake, to use another English phrasal verb. Yeah, so we blow out the candles. We're going to talk about that very, very soon. Louse is in the house. That rhymes. I have heard some people, native English speakers, say Lao instead. So I thought the country was Laos and the language was Lao, but that might be changing. I could be wrong. I don't know. But one of the teachers I work with at my school, he speaks Lao, which is pretty cool. Filippo, he was already a member. Maybe you upgraded or something, but I got a little something for you, Filippo. He is Italian, like I said already. Where's my, here you go. Welcome. Welcome. I think you upgraded. Welcome.
New member. Make sure you check the members tab for the Discord, the members chat, and the bonus videos.
Yeah, so if you did become a gold member, Filippo, I know you were in the Discord before, so check us out there. There is a question that I'm going to answer in the Slack. I don't even know what that is. Is it a Slack space? It was a Volley space. Or is it a Discord server? Slack server? Slack space? Whatever. There is a link in the gold members tab. All right, just checking through. All right, so in Brazil, they usually have the number of candles. So like Freddie said earlier, we will see some birthdays where there is like a number instead of the number of candles. For me, like Freddie said, it would be a 4 and an 8. It's a lot easier than putting 48 candles on top of that cake. We were just talking about matches, weren't we? I have something else here for you too. What about the verb? What about the verb? If you want to light a match, we will often use the verb strike a match. And you might strike a match against the side of the matchbox. I have a sentence for you. If that is a little too confusing, you will see the words on the screen and you will hear me say them. You can strike a match against the side of the box to get a flame. We haven't talked about flame yet. So let's talk about that next. I am going to read that sentence one more time, and then we are going to talk about flame. You can strike a match against the side of the box to get a flame. That is a flame. There is a big red arrow pointing to a little triangle yellow thing. That's a flame. When you light a candle, you light the wick. I can make the picture a little bigger. What's the wick? Well, that is that little black string thing at the top of a candle. You see right under the flame, there is something black and stringy. We call that the wick. So you're going to want to light the wick to light the candle and get a flame. Quite a few new vocabulary words, maybe. I almost asked, when is your birthday? But that might be a question that is a little bit too private. But if anybody would like to leave their birthday in the chat, feel free. Just know that some people might be able to use your birthday to get information about you. So you may not want to do that. Congrats. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot see when there is a member milestone in the chat, but thank you. It looks like Tanya is congratulating Amina on 34 months of membership. Not very good at math, but I do know there are 12 months in a year, and 36 months would be 3 years. So Amina has been a channel member for almost 3 years. That is a little hard to believe. I have had this YouTube channel for a little over 3 years. Crazy. All right, looks like Mahmood, you just had your birthday. It's funny. After 2 days, it's my birthday. How about this? Try this. It will be my birthday in 2 days. It will be my birthday in 2 days. So in the United States, I think that is May 1st, 2 days. Tomorrow's the 30th. April 31st doesn't exist. So I think Monday is May 1st, and that's Mahmood's birthday, maybe? Yeah. All right. I know some countries, Afghanistan uses a different calendar. Iran, I believe, uses a different calendar, but in the United States, 2 days from now will be May 1st. So happy birthday. Yeah, I think Sarzana, do you prefer to use 48 candles or just 2 candles, a 4 and an 8? I think for me, and probably the people attending my party would probably like it if I just had a 4 and an 8, because I think it would take a lot of breath to blow out all 48 candles. And I don't know about you, but one of the things that bugs me or bothers me about going to birthday parties, especially a little kid's birthday party, is that when the child blows out the candles, they sometimes spit on the cake, if you know what I mean. So lately, when I've gone to little kids' birthday parties, the parents will have a special small cake for them, a little bigger than a cupcake. Sometimes it's a cupcake. And then if the child does spit while blowing their candle out, it's just on their little cake. Everybody else has a different cake. Because I don't know about you, but spit on my cake isn't really appetizing. If something is appetizing, you want to eat it. It looks good. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Bangladesh is in the house. Hey, Yumi, I just watched a video this morning on Bangladesh's airlines. I guess they are having a little bit of a problem. All right. Should we get back to the lesson? No way. Hey, wait a second. All right. Lino says, my birthday is February 12th, the same as Abraham Lincoln. I have a good friend whose birthday is February 11th, and I always get their birthday wrong because I think it's February 12th, the same as our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Nicely done, Lino. Nicely done, knowing Abraham Lincoln. Whoa. Got a couple February birthdays. Manuel, that man lives down in Brazil. Paul. I was just talking with a teacher at my school. She lived in Nepal for a long time. All right. Got January 1st coming up. Nice. Nice. Oh, Mahmood. Oh, okay. Some people don't celebrate birthdays. Yes, that's true. Depending on the culture, depending on the religion, that happens sometimes in the United States too. All right. Let's get Nigeria. Welcome. I just had a conversation this week about Nigeria. I thought Lagos was the capital of Nigeria. I was wrong. It's a different city. I don't know what the capital of Nigeria is. Oh wow, Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire. Bienvenue. Welcome. All right, let's get back to the lesson here. Hang on, maybe we should check. There are a couple questions. Let me check the questions here. All right, this is a good way so that you will never, I shouldn't say never, but this is a good way for you to get your question answered in a very busy chat. All right, here we got Mahmood, Brent's fan. Geez, that's very nice of you. Okay, let me share this here. Make it nice and big so you can see. All right, Mahmood, Brent's fan. Little smiley face. Thank you. Thank you. He is from Mauritania. Hi, dear teacher Brent. I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to host the English lesson on birthday parties. I'm really excited to learn more about this topic, and I appreciate your efforts to teach us. Thanks so much. That is really well written, Mahmood. Nicely done. Mahmood studies a lot of English. Nicely done. And it looks like there is another question here. Maybe I will preview this in private. Maybe I will read this in private just in case somebody is saying mean things about somebody else. Maybe they're swearing. No, I really have the nicest people in the chats. I really do. It would really surprise me. Nobody makes fun of my bald head, which is great. Okay. Okay. So we do have a good question here. And it is from Adam. And he is from Turkey, right? I think in English, we are no longer saying Turkey, it's Turkey. Hello, Brent. What is the difference between sparkle and twinkle? That's a good question. I don't think there is a whole lot. We were just talking about flames on candles, and I don't think we could say that either one of them were sparkling. Like the candles aren't sparkling and they're not twinkling. When I hear of sparkling or twinkling, let's see, jewelry. Jewelry. Is that hard to say for some people? I am going to be doing an English lesson on pronunciation soon, but I would say jewelry sparkles. It might twinkle a little bit, but when the light catches it the right way, it definitely sparkles. And I would say that stars twinkle in the sky. Hope that helps, Adam. Thank you for the question. All right. Let's get back to our English lesson on birthday parties. The next one here is the phrasal verb you will often hear when talking about candles. So you have a flame on a candle, a person blows on the candle, and they will blow them out. That is the phrasal verb we use. But a lot of times, in the United States at least, before, I'm going to use a couple terms here, before the birthday girl or the birthday boy will make a wish before they blow out the candles. So you might hear that term, oh, who's the birthday girl? Oh, who's the birthday boy? And they don't have to be little. They can be an adult. And we might say that about them. Oh, hey, I heard you're the birthday boy. So it's whose ever birthday is being celebrated, you might hear that. I just wanted to teach those two new terms. So like Mahmoud will be the birthday boy in 2 days. The birthday girl or birthday boy will make a wish before they blow out the candles. So they might wish for a new bike. So some little boy, some little girl, the birthday cake is presented to them. The candles are lit and they need to blow those candles out. Before they blow the candles out, they might make a wish silently to themselves. They can't say that wish out loud or it won't come true. They say a wish and then blow out the candles. And a wish, if you don't know that term in English, it is something that you hope will happen in the future. So I wish that I can go to Brazil next year. I hope I can go to Brazil next year. We'll see. Make a wish. Maybe it will come true. All right, the next one, invite. Invite. So this is a formal way to say that you are asking somebody to go somewhere. And a lot of times when somebody is having a birthday, their friends will be invited. They will be asked to come. Asked. That's another hard word to say. That might be on the list for pronunciation. So invite is the verb we use when you formally ask someone to attend a party or a gathering. So a gathering, this might be new for some people. A gathering might be a little less formal than a party. So maybe you are at work and you want a few of your coworkers to come over after work, you might say, hey, just having a little gathering. Do you want to come over? So it's not a party. There won't be a lot of people there. Maybe there won't be any music. There won't be any dancing. Maybe people will just come over, talk, watch a movie, watch some television. But I thought gathering might be new for some people. So you wouldn't say that you're having a birthday gathering though. It's always a birthday party. But we don't say we are having a birthday gathering. It's always a birthday party. Yeah. But you might have a little gathering before you go out to dinner with a group of friends. So, hey, do you want you before we go out to dinner, do you want to come over? Just have a little gathering. Yeah. So if you're going out with a few people, you might go to somebody's house before you go out to eat. Could be just a little gathering. Little gathering. All right. Just checking here. Make sure the chat's going all right. Okay. But what about this? Invite is a verb. Invitation, that's the noun. That's a very formal thing. So you might hand somebody an envelope with a card, and that can be an invitation to a party. Especially when people are young, their parents might send out invitations to their friends, letting them know they're having a birthday party. I think I have a sentence here for you. You might receive an invitation to a birthday party. That is the noun form of the word. So you have invite, which is the verb. Hey, I want to invite you to my party. Would you like to come? And then the noun, you actually hand somebody, where's my hand? You actually hand somebody an envelope that looks like that. And inside, it's probably a card saying, hey, you are invited to my party. What about this one? After the group sings happy birthday, no, I will not sing. I cannot sing. But there is a song in English that we sing, and it's called Happy Birthday. After the group sings happy birthday, after the candles are blown out, the cake is cut. You can't have a birthday without cake, right? Come on, that cake looks pretty good. What kind of cake is that? That might be, it looks like it has some walnuts on it, maybe. It almost looks like a carrot cake, but I don't know. I would love to. Ooh, after I finish with this lesson, I might need to go to the store and get a cake. I had some brownies this week. I have a little bit of a sweet tooth. I do like sugar. Too bad. But I got a sweet tooth and I do like sugar. So that cake looks really good right now. But after the candles are blown out, the next step would be to cut the cake so everybody at the party could have a piece of cake if they want it. Of course, you can say no. I don't say no very often, but I think I have a sentence for you. Oh yeah, here we go. Everyone gets a slice of cake unless they say no. So would you like a piece of cake? Would you like a piece of cake? And there is one person usually designated to cutting the cake. One person at the party who might be able to cut the cake best, they will cut the cake for everybody at the party. How about this though? You might get a slice of cake. They might ask you, hey, do you want a big slice or do you want a small slice? Slice of cake. You could say piece of cake. We use those two things interchangeably. What about icing? Icing on the cake is that sugary, creamy stuff on the outside of a cake. I do have a question for you right here. That That stuff on the outside. We call that icing. It's nice and sugary. But please go ahead. Answer this in the chat if you would like. Do you like your piece of cake with a lot of icing? I think if you do, that means you have a sweet tooth. For example, when my wife and I go to a birthday party together, she likes cake without a lot of icing. She doesn't have as much of a sugar tooth as I do. And if she ever has a piece of cake with a lot of icing, sometimes she will say, "Hey, Brent, do you want my icing?" And she will scoop the icing off her plate and put it on mine. But to be honest, as I get older, I like icing a little bit less. Yeah, when I was in my 20s, give me all the icing. I could just eat icing instead of cake. And now as I get older, I think my sweet tooth is going away. I still like sweets, but I just don't like them as much as I used to. I don't know. I don't know if that happens to everybody as they get older. Nada, birthday, April 14th. Interesting. In the United States, April 15th is known as tax day. So a lot of people don't like that day, April 15th. And it looks like you just had a birthday not too long ago. Arone, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Filippo, hey, let me turn on members only chat as a thank you to all of the channel members. Shout out to Bob the Canadian for giving me this idea. I like that. So as a thank you, feel free. Channel members right now are the only people who can ask questions in the chat. Ask away. Don't have to worry. Pure sugar is right. All right. Filippo, last time was vanilla ice cream. This time, you want a cake. And next time, you make us hungry every time. It was, wasn't it? Ice cream. And my daughter is working soon. She's going to be working in about an hour and a half. Maybe I should go by the ice cream shop and get some ice cream. I was at the grocery store yesterday. What did I need? What did I need? Did you hear how I said that? What did I need? I needed sliced turkey, and that is in the deli. On the other side of the store is the frozen food section where all of the freezers are, the ice cream. I went over and checked to see if they were having a sale on ice cream. They weren't. So I did not get any ice cream. Like I said, earlier this week, I had some brownies. Maybe next week it'll be brownies. Maybe I'll talk about brownies. Great question. Freddie, some people have their birthday on February 29th. That's a pity. How do you call the fact of having a birthday every 4 years? That's a great question. I had a friend in elementary school when I was younger, and his birthday was on February 29th, which in English we call that leap year. That extra day every year, we call it a leap year when it has a February 29th. And I know he and his family celebrated his birthday on February 28th. So every 4 years, he could actually celebrate on February 29th, but the other 3 years, they had his party on February 28th. I think that is hard to say. February 28th. Yeah, because I did put on Facebook and Instagram, I asked, what is the hardest word to pronounce in English? February came up quite a bit. And numbers with the TH sound, like sixth. Yeah, February 26th. That might be hard to say. All right. Oh, Hey, Aroni, let's see if I can read this in Italian because he's saying ho visitato il tuo canale ieri, molto bello. Ovviamente mi sono iscritto. So what he is saying is, I visited your channel yesterday. Really good. Obviously, I subscribed. So yeah, I don't think Talk Italian with Arone is doing anything on his canale lately, but he should. So maybe go over there and subscribe, and maybe he will put out more Italian learning lessons. All right, Pakistan's in the house. Audie, my birthday this year. It's the first time in my life that the number is almost 7. Has been blessed by friends on social media. For me, age is just a number. You might hear that in English. We have that saying, age is just a number. So it means Audie, I think he might be a little older than I am, but look at that man. He still works out. He still runs. He's still a very young man. Tanya from Germany. I prefer my cake without lots of icing or other too sweet stuff on it. I say pile it on. Pile it on. Like I said, as I get older, not so much. But all right, so Filippo is not going to buy a cake today. I can't say the same. I might buy a cake, but bikini season is coming. Swimsuit season is coming. It's getting warmer where I live. So maybe I will skip the cake. That's no fun. That's no fun. Omran. Hey, Omran, I believe, lives in Dubai. Yeah. Hello, Brent and everyone. Oh, you're late as usual. It's okay. Yeah. Can I make a reel of the ice cream if I visit my daughter? Yeah. My daughter, she will not be on camera. I don't want her on camera. I don't think she wants to be either. But I might. There is a video somewhere where I visited an ice cream shop. I need to do it was only in between other things, but I do need to do a lesson on how to order ice cream in English. You have the cone. What kind of cone do you want? Do you want hard serve, soft serve? Oh, I need to make an ice cream video. How to order ice cream. Rosa, I have a sweet tooth, especially Thai dessert. Oh, interesting. Well done, Brent. Thank you. Love the pronunciation. I probably could. I didn't do it like really Italian like. It's kind of doing it quickly, but thank you for the compliment. All right, Filippo, thank you so much. Filippo gave me some stars on Facebook. He became a gold member. Filippo, thank you so much. I have a little something for you.
Oh, thank you so much for the super chat.
And this might be a good place for me to remind you, hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'm going to take a sip of water.
If this lesson is helping your English improve, don't forget to tap that like button and share it with a friend who's learning English.
All right, I hope you heard that. It didn't come through on my earphone, so maybe you didn't hear that. But there was a man who said, don't forget to subscribe, like maybe, and share with a friend who's learning English. All right, hey, thank you, sir. Have a coffee. Oh, can I buy an ice cream instead? I might buy an ice cream instead. All right. Thank you so much. Let's change over to everybody. If I remember how to do that. I do. Anyone, don't even need to be a subscriber. Maybe we will see some trolls coming by. All right. And there are no questions on the form. So let's continue with the lesson. Happy belated birthday. You can use this term, happy belated birthday, when you forget about somebody's birthday Or maybe you didn't see them on their birthday, and you can say the next day, the next week, oh, hey, happy belated birthday. I'm sorry I missed your birthday. Yeah, sometimes I will see on Facebook or other social media, it's somebody's birthday, but I see it the next day. I might say, oh, happy belated birthday. Stacy, I used to have a sweet tooth when I was a child. Me too. I think it's becoming less of a sweet tooth, like I said, for me. I guess that's what happens when you get old. Okay. So Filippo said that I can have ice cream instead. I think I do have a sentence here for you when we are talking about, oh, you know what? Icing. I want to talk more about icing because we do have an English idiom, icing on the cake. And I wanted to explain what that meant. So, the icing on the cake, when you hear that, it might mean actual icing, but it also might mean something else. The icing on the cake means something is good, but something happens to make it even better. And I have a couple examples for you. Yes, the meal was great. And the amazing service was just icing on the cake. So maybe you go out to a restaurant, you have a really good meal. That's great. But what makes it even better is that your server, your waiter, your waitress, they were just so good. It made the experience so much better. It's just the icing on the cake. So something's good, and then something else happens to make it even better. How about this when it comes to English? Being able to understand English is fantastic, but being able to speak it is just icing on the cake. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. So you got the icing on the cake is just something a little bit better. Something's already good, but then it becomes better. That is the icing on the cake. Now, belated birthday. Back to belated birthday. If you don't see someone on their birthday or you forget their birthday, you can say, happy belated birthday. It's just a polite way to say, sorry, I forgot about you, but I still care. Happy belated birthday. Now, let's talk about what happens in the United States when you turn a certain age. So, 13th birthday, that means that person is officially a teenager. And we will talk about what teenagers mean. So, on your 13th birthday, you officially become a teenager. Teenagers are people between the ages of 13 and 19. So all of those numbers in between end with teen. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So anybody between the ages of 13 and 19, we would call them a teenager. How about the next one? 16. It's a pretty big birthday. Sometimes you will hear it called Sweet 16. Sweet 16. Many American teenagers get their driver's license after they turn 16. Not everybody, but if you are 15, you cannot legally drive in the United States by yourself. You have what's called a driver's permit. I think I've done an English lesson on this, on driving before. Yeah, I did one on driving, and I think I did one, wasn't it last week, on things you might find in the road or on the side of the road? So 16, that is a big year for birthdays in the United States. But how about this one? Your 18th birthday, 18. You can vote in political elections once you turn 18. When I was younger in the United States, you could smoke tobacco at 18, that law has since changed. So in the United States, another big birthday for some people is their 21st birthday. And you can see that cake. There aren't 21 candles on that cake. There's a 2 and a 1. It's just a lot easier than putting 21 candles on the cake. But if you turn 21, you can legally drink alcohol and smoke after you turn 21. Okay. Hope that helps. Some big birthdays there. 13, 16, 18, 21. I don't have 65. I have done an English lesson on different parties, and the 65th birthday party is sometimes important because in the United States, a lot of people retire at 65. Oh, one term I don't have here, and I should talk about it, is over the hill. I did not put over the hill on here. I meant to. But if you hear somebody is over the hill, that means they're old. So right now I am 47. Some people would consider that over the hill. You might hear that over the hill. All right, let's check the chat to see if there's anything. Oh, interesting. So in the United Arab Emirates, you cannot drive until you turn 18. Interesting. Mahmoud is saying in America, when you reach 18 years, now the person becomes responsible, right? No, I don't think so. They officially become an adult, but they still can't drink alcohol. They still can't smoke whatever they want to smoke. And I don't know. I'm 47. I don't know if I'm completely responsible yet. So that's a tough one. Oh, yes. In Italy, we say buon compleanno. And the most important birthdays are the 1st. That's a good one. The 1st. The 14th, because you finish mid school and you can drive a scooter. Interesting. Then the 18th, because you turn a major age. Yeah, in the United States, you used to be 18 was like, hey, you are an adult now. But maybe that has changed to 21. How about this, though? I didn't put 25 on the slides either, but a lot of companies in the United States will not let you rent a car until you are 25. So you can't run for president in the United States until you turn 35. So you have to be 35 years old to be president. There you go, Filippo. The 40th, because in theory, you've done half the way. Yeah, most people live, hopefully, if you're lucky, to age 80. Hopefully, maybe more. That would be nice. And still feeling good, right? Then 60, 60th, every 10 years is a goal. All right. Wow. So I've heard that. How about, I wonder, Freddie in France? When I was in France many, many years ago, 18 was the drinking age. So I was over in Europe at 19. So legally, I could drink alcohol in Europe at 19, but I could not in the United States. And yeah, we had it reversed. You could drive earlier in the United States, but you had to wait longer to drink. All right. Oh, Brian. The 15th birthday. Yeah, I don't know how to say that, but I have heard about that. That there's some really big parties, right? For 15 in some countries. Hey, good. That's probably wise, Mahmood. Never drink, never smoke. Yeah, it's bad for you. All right. We got one more. Got one more here. not 21st. But how about this thing? Wrapping paper. I didn't know if anybody would know this term. We did talk about presents a little bit. Thought most people would know presents, the gifts that you give, but we use the term wrap. You're going to wrap presents for somebody, and you use wrapping paper when you do it. I have a sentence for you. We didn't talk about presents, but you can wrap your present with wrapping paper. So that is the lesson on birthdays. Hope it was helpful. I hope you learned lots of new terms there. There you go, Williams. He's in Argentina, and he also says that 15 is a big year for girls in Argentina. Nice. Algeria in the house. Guess what I'm doing today? Oh, Nepal. Love it. Love it. Guess what I am doing today? I am going to be doing some yard work. Big Saturday ahead of me. Going outside, doing some yard work. It is a beautiful day today. I might go get some ice cream. I can see that. My wife and I, we will be doing yard work and maybe take a break, go get some ice cream, because tomorrow it is supposed to rain a lot. So I hope wherever you are, I hope the weather is beautiful today. Hopefully you have a little bit of a Saturday left. I know if you're watching in Thailand or Nepal, you're probably getting ready for bed. But here we still have the entire Saturday ahead of us, and I will be doing yard work. So thank you all for joining. We will do this again next week. And maybe I'll have a video or two somewhere in between then. All right. Adios, amigos, Amina, Lino. There you go. That looks like Spanish. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great Saturday. Talk Italian with Aaron. Mahmoud, thank you. Filippo, have a good one. Oh, Nardine. All right. Have a good one. Mega, I didn't know you were here. Mega. I know Mega is getting ready to go to bed too, because, well, maybe. She lives in India. Danny, France, see ya. Freddie, France, Audie, he might be going to bed soon. Dunsney, that man, I believe, lives in Cuba, right? So he's probably not going to bed anytime soon. All right, I got to go do some yard work. I don't want to, but I guess I will. Adios, amigos. Have a great one.